What'd you get? Anyway, I just want to take a minute here and say thank you for all who've watched so far. We started this channel, I don't know, a couple months ago, and I just did it for fun. If you could, go ahead and subscribe and like anything that you do, comment, ask questions, all that good stuff if you want to engage with us at all. Looking forward to answering any questions. And just to have that community, that's also a reason why I started this. I just wanted something that I could do that I'm passionate about, and really just to connect to other people who are doing the same thing, you know, with their kids or without, but just enjoying the outdoors, simple things, complex things. I'd appreciate everybody watching. Like I said, if you could like or subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Have a good one. Have a good day. Have a good day. Feels weird talking to a GoPro, just staring right at it. Yeah. We're gonna build a pole that we can put the GoPro on and see the fish in the pond. And then hopefully we'll be able to fish and see some action bites. Ready to go build it? So the first thing that we're gonna do is build the, basically gonna look like a football goal, like the goal that you kick the football through. And that's just to hold the long pole in place. So here's what it looks like. You know, it'll be a T. I'm gonna cut it here and make a sharp little ledge so that it'll stick into the ground. And then we'll have a T. Obviously it's not gonna be this long, probably out to here. And then I'll do a U right here going up. And then we'll have another piece going up. So you'll end up with like a football goal type scenario. See, you cut it at an angle and you get a nice little sharp point. You can do the same thing. Oh, thank you. You can do the same thing to make surf rod holders. I've done that. It's a nice, cheap, easy way. Although PVC is kind of expensive now, so it's not as cheap as it used to be. But you can see that sharp little edge, and now it'll stick right in the ground. See, just like that. And then the long pole will sit right there. What's gonna go on, this is gonna be the float that holds the GoPro on. We're working on the pole next. As you can see, I have, I don't know, 4-foot links. This is 1 inch. So we got I don't know, got 12 feet of it, I guess. This is a float that I got in Amazon with a big, so I just drilled 2 holes here and there and underneath. And what I'm gonna do is, I got some copper wire. Gonna run the copper wire in between there and then down through a hole. And then I've got some weights that I'm gonna run some copper wire through the weights. You'll see at the end once I get there. So here's the wires. They went through there. And then down into that hole. And all I'm gonna do is wrap them around multiple times, and that should be good.
Daddy.
No, get down. Got the wires
Daddy.
for this down all the way, tied off. 2 little weights tied off. And I chose copper just because it's gonna be going in salt water and in fresh water. So I wanted something that'll stand up to the test of time. This thing's gonna last forever. Here goes nothing. It's a long pole. but it's working pretty good. I put too little weight on the bottom side of this. So here's the long football holder. So the 2 weights I have underneath is not heavy enough. So basically it's top heavy. So it wants to rotate down and then it just sinks to the bottom. So I have to get more weight underneath it so then it sits on the ground. That's my only bad thing right now is the fact that it's flipping over. I can hold it in place and that's fine. I got some good shots that way, but whenever we go to fish, between taking care of the bait and the boys and making sure they get the fish in and everything, I want to make sure that that is in a good position where I don't have to keep my hands on it. All right, round 2. Uh-oh, only got 5% left. I added a 2.5 pound weight. We'll see if that can do anything. So the modification to put the 2.5 pound weight on the bottom actually did its job pretty good, except that it sunk the whole thing down into the pine needles and stuff on the bottom of that pond, and it sunk everything down into it, so it's blocking the camera. I mean, it was like really down in there. So I think it's a little too heavy, obviously, but I just wanted to kind of get a baseline. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch out this 2.5 for, I've got 11 ounces in pyramid sinkers that I use for surf fishing, so I'm gonna switch those out. So we tried 2 ounces, not enough, 2.5 pounds, plenty. And so we'll kind of meet somewhere in the not so middle at 11 ounces. We'll see what that does. I'm just gonna take the wiring off, put the pyramids on, we should be good to go. I just wanted to go over the tools that you need to do this project. It's actually very simple. I mean, I did this with some pliers. You know, you technically don't even need that. If you just had a pair of needle nose pliers, you wouldn't need the wire cutters or this. Needle nose pliers is all you need. Needle nose pliers. I got some copper 25 foot 18 gauge from the hardware store. You need a drill, the drill to drill some holes. You know, the holes that go in here and here that hold everything together. Technically some adhesive. Once everything goes together and I have a good feel that it's gonna work, I'll glue all the joints of the PVC together. So some PVC joint compound or some epoxy. Epoxy works good. Some JB Weld, that's what I'm gonna use once I get all the pieces together and the thing is working the way it should be working. So JB Weld it together. And a saw. Could be a Japanese saw, can be a regular hacksaw type deal. Doesn't matter, just a saw. You don't even need one for the stick that holds the camera together because I didn't cut anything there. I just put a bunch of joints together. So yeah, just a couple simple tools. It was like 40, 45 bucks for everything at the hardware store, and that's for the little football tee for the, you know, as well to hold it up, which isn't too bad.